It's crazy how much effort it can take just to be yourself, just to feel yourself, right? That's it, just to feel yourself. And you do so by feeling, right? And you would think it'd be easier, right? Because you're always feeling something at all times. So you would think that just being yourself, if all you had to do was feel, would be the easiest thing in the world. And in some ways, it is the easiest thing in the world. And in a lot of ways, it is one of the hardest things that you will ever do, if not the hardest thing that you'll ever do, you know? But here we are. Here we are. And so I will just speak to my own experience in it. And what I would encourage is obviously if anything resonates, cool. If not, throw it out the window. But feeling yourself and just being who you are, right? Like I said, takes feeling. And the thing is, we are going to have natural edges where we are currently confined to. Okay. And these are where we are held. These are our energetic holding patterns. So, what I mean by this is if you feel, the more you can feel and lean into the places inside, well, not even inside of yourself, they are inside of you, but like just a little bit further, a little bit further than you're usually comfortable feeling, you will kind of feel where your like stopping points are, and you'll feel like then a contraction, right? And this is what they talk about: expansion, expanding, blah blah blah. That's what expansion is, right? All expansion is, because like to just get rid of the woo woo shit, it's not woo woo. Expansion just means that you are getting rid of holding patterns that keep you contracted into a certain space, in a certain space and state. And then when you expand out of that, you release a holding pattern, you expand a little more, and then you naturally fill up more like where you actually are. So you're expanding into your own space. That's all expansion is. And you're continuously expanding until you get to everything, because you are everything, yada, yada, yada. I won't go too deep and harp into that point right now. That's not the point of this video. The point of this video is to just, is wild. You just have to like, to continuously feeling into all of these different spots in your field, you know, but you are your field, and you keep stretching yourself a little bit out and just, expanding a little bit more into these and feeling a little bit deeper into them. You're going to contract and you're going to expand. You're going to contract and you're going to expand, and these patterns will also mirror out in your life. You'll have bigger places of contraction, or like a take longer, and then you'll have bigger periods of expansion, bigger periods of contraction, bigger periods of expansion, and then everything in between, right? So continuously just feel and feel and feel into all of these places around you, and you'll find where you're limiting yourself in a very real and pragmatic way, where you are limited because you have a limit at a certain point where you feel into, and you reach there, you feel, and you feel a little bit deeper into it, and then it will expand a little bit, and you continuously do so all throughout your field, more and more and more, and you keep finding them. You'll contract, go into that contraction, because the more you go into the contraction, then that'll loosen up, and then it'll expand. Okay. And yeah, so that I think is, I'm not gonna go, this doesn't need to be a fucking 50-minute long video about just feeling into the place where you're limiting yourself. I'm gonna say it a million more times in a million different ways, but I will leave that here for now.